Welcome to this edition of the Laurel Firewatch. I'm your host, Richard Blankenship. And today we're going to start the program off downstairs at the firehouse with the Ladies Auxiliary Breakfast. And we're going to interview Rosa Mayer today. She's going to give you a little history about the breakfast that they have once a month. And hopefully you would like to participate in it and come up and join us for a good breakfast. And also today we're going to talk about Christmas tree safety. Since it's that time of the year, we're going to talk about Christmas tree lighting. It's very important to choose the proper lighting and the proper extension cords and lights for your tree. We'll also talk a little bit about the Santa route. Santa comes around every year this time of year with the fire truck. We'll talk about that. And we're going to talk about some winter month issues, about clearing some snow and those things. Okay, we're here at the Sunday morning breakfast, and we have a special guest with us today. We have Rosa Mayer. Rosa is part of the Ladies Auxiliary. She's also a member of the group upstairs. She's a life member of this department. She served as the secretary, she still does, for our department. And she's also been the president of the Ladies Auxiliary for the Maryland State, the county, and she's also served as the president of this department. And each month, the first Sunday of every month, they have a breakfast that they use that helps support the operations of this department. And we're going to let her give us a little history on it and tell us a little bit about it. Rosa?
Good morning. On behalf of the Lake Auxiliary, we have a monthly breakfast the first Sunday of each month. Adults are $8, children are $4. We have a buffet style. We have scrambled eggs, bacon, sausage, biscuits, sausage gravy, fruit, pastries, orange juices, apple juice, and anything that you would like for breakfast, you probably can find it here. So we use those funds to buy things for the fire department that they need. Yes, come on out and enjoy breakfast with the fire department and have happy holiday to each and every one of you.
Thank you, Rosa. We really appreciate your time. And please come out and support the organization. It's a fine breakfast, trust me on that. As you can see, I don't mess too many of them. So please come out and join us. Thank you. Now we're going to talk with Katie Staub, who's going to talk to us today. We're going to go over the Santa run. Every year, we've been doing this now for almost 35 years, that every year that Santa is taken around to different neighborhoods with the Santa Claus, and we like to just give you a running route of when he may be coming into your neighborhood. And again, this is all tentative dates and times because, you know, depending on the number of calls we run, the change of the weather could not make this happen. So hopefully things will go well and we'll be able to get out on the street. And also, I want to say Katie's going to talk a little bit about some safety tips for this month. Katie?
Thank you. I'm just going to read the dates and the neighborhood which Santa will be going through on the different days. So make sure you listen for your street. December 6th, which starts today, is going to be Locust Grove, Spruce Hill, Holly Street. December 7th through 8th, it's going to be the Laurel Lakes area, Cambridge Circle. December 9th, Conti Road and Cherry Lane, Route 1 area. December 10th and 11th is going to be Lower Bond Mill Road, Kent Road, Gerald Road. December 12th and 13th, Middle Bond Mill Road, Bounds Avenue, Red Miles Road. December 14th, Upper Bond Mill Road, McKay Hill, Brooklyn Bridge Road. December 16th is Dorset Road, that's by Scotchtown Hills. December 17th is Arbory area, Bellamy, Cherrywood Drive. December 18th is Ashford area. December 19th is Whiteway, Montrose, Harrison, Green Hill, and 4th Street. The 21st is going to be West Street, Philip Powers, 9th Street. The 22nd and 23rd is going to be Old Laurel, Montgomery Street to Gorman Avenue. And then it's going to end on Christmas Eve, and it's going to go to Old Laurel, Montgomery Street to the riverfront. Now for the safety tips for the month. You just want to talk about some things in your house or with your travel. Make sure if you're traveling for your holidays that you're cleaning all the snow off your car so it's not blowing onto other people. You want to make sure you're paying attention to other drivers and being careful. Even though we all have places to go, we want to make sure everyone gets there safely. Make sure you're cleaning out your chimneys before you start a fire. Make sure if you're decorating with candles that you're blowing them out when you leave the room and when you go to sleep. If you have a fire hydrant in front of your house, you want to make sure that you shovel that out just in case there is a fire. The fire department won't have to shovel it out for themselves and It just gives them more time. And if you're frying a turkey for your holidays, make sure that you research it properly and you're not doing it on your wooden porch or too close to your house. But I hope everybody has a great holiday.
Thank you, Katie. As you notice, Katie has her shirt on today. Like I said, her dad was the co-host with me for a large number of years. She found his shirt, so she decided to wear it in his honor. So that's great. Okay, firefighter Dan Sheffield was supposed to be here today to talk about Christmas tree safety, but he got tied up on a medical call like 10 minutes ago, so he won't be with us today. One of the things we want to talk about choosing your tree. You know, there's a lot of trees out there. A lot of people use artificial trees, which is great. But if you have a live tree, you need to make sure that you keep it watered. They'll dry out quick. When you set it up and you have it in the place you want to be, make sure it's not around any vents. Especially with the heat now with this time of the year, that it's going to dry the tree out quickly. We have a video at the end of our show today to talk to you or show you a demonstration when a tree gets dried out and how fast it can burn. So it's very important to do that. If you use chemicals in your water to preserve the tree, be careful with that, especially if you got pets. Pets like to drink the water out of the basin. So again, you know, check that thing daily, make sure that that tree is definitely watered, and check your branches, make sure that the parts of it are not falling off, the needles and stuff like that. You can look on the floor, you can tell when it starts to get dry because it'll start to fall off and break and fall off on the ground. So again, like I said, keep that thing as moist as you can so you don't have any fires. We do have some fires in the wintertime like that at Christmas time because of the trees. So it's important that you do that. When you choose your lighting, and I wasn't aware of it, there's over 350 styles of lighting that you can put on the outside and on your trees. That's a lot of lights to go through to look and pick out the ones you want. The other thing you want to make sure is when you choose your lighting for your trees, that it has a UL approved, and that the lights that you're using are made for outside or they're made for the inside. Usually if it has a green tag on it, they're made for exterior. If it has a red tag on it, most likely they're made for interior or exterior. So make sure you choose the proper cords, same thing with the extension cords, same thing with the lighting, that you choose the proper cords and the proper lights for your tree. And I can't stress to you how important it is to keep that thing watered if you have a live tree. And like I said, at the end of this program, there will be a live demonstration that you'll see how fast a Christmas tree could go up. And again, the winter months, Katie mentioned about the fire hydrants. We asked if you have one in front of your house. The city has an ordinance. If you live in the city of Laurel, 12 hours after the snow has stopped, you have to clean your sidewalks. We need to make sure that happens because our EMS personnel or any emergency personnel that has to come to your location for whatever reason needs to have a clear path to get there. Last year when they have somebody carrying somebody out on a stretcher, there's ice on the ground or there's snow and they can't get around, they lose their footing and down you go, all of you. And we don't want to do that. We want nobody hurt. The fire hydrant, as far as cleaning that out, yes, we do carry shovels on the back of our fire truck when we lay out, but it takes time to shovel that out. If you sure can take care of that for us and help us out, make things go a lot faster and a lot smoother. The other thing is, like I said, and I talk about this every month, is the smoke detectors. And I still find, as a city inspector, I still get disappointed when I go out and I find a lot of smoke detectors out in the house that are taken down or the batteries are dead. I'm sorry, this is unacceptable. You need to make sure that you keep the batteries in there. Every year they come out with a campaign. Spring and the fall, you change your batteries when you change your clock. It's very important to do that. If you are not able to change the batteries, please contact the fire department here at 301-776-3600, and we'll be happy to come down there and do it for you. Or contact the city fire marshal's office at 301-725-5300, and we'll send somebody out to take care of that for you. But we want to make sure that you have an operating smoke alarm. They do save lives, and they do work. Last year in Prince George's County, had like over 60 people die in fires because they didn't have an operating smoke alarm. And the reason for that, they didn't have one, or the batteries were taken out of them, or they were unplugged. So please, make sure that you keep that, and make sure monthly that you test it like you should. It's this time of the month, Christmas is here, and every time we buy Christmas gifts, we forget to do one thing, and that's to buy the batteries that we need to take care of the toys. When little lads get their toys, and next thing you know, they need a 9-volt battery or a AAA battery, first thing we want to do, the stores are closed, let's just take the one out of the smoke detector and I'll get one and put it back in tomorrow. Or we take the AA batteries out of the CO detector and do the same thing. That just don't work because it never goes back in. So please, when you're out here and you're purchasing your toys for the children, look at the thing, see if it needs batteries, and purchase some batteries so you will have those. Thank you. Okay, on behalf of the Laurel Volunteer Fire Department and the officers and members and the Ladies Auxiliary, we wish you and your family a fire safe holiday and a happy new year. And we will see you next year on the Laurel Firewatch. Thank you.